What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and today I am here with Love and Marriage DC stars, Erana and Jamie Tyler. The Tylers, please say what's up to the T Squad.
What's up, T Squad?
What's up, T Squad? How's everybody doing?
Hey.
How are your days going?
The days are going great. So far, so good, right? Well, the weekend was great.
Okay, good.
So far, so good. Everything's quiet on this end. Getting ready for May 14th. When
I know. Yeah, life is about to change. So enjoy the quiet.
Yes.
Okay, let's get right into this. So where did you both grow up?
So I actually grew up in DC. So I was born, but not actually raised in DC, but I went to school in DC.
Okay.
So I went to elementary, middle school, high school in DC. But I lived in like the suburbs area, but my grandmother was in DC. So my mom would bring me to my grandma's when she had to work because she was a single parent. And my grandmother would like take us to school, you know, make sure that we were getting our homework done. So I would say more so a DC. I slept in Maryland when it was time to go to bed.
And you, Jamie?
I was born in DC, but my family moved out of Maryland and when I was in elementary school.
Okay. So
I grew up for the most part right out Fort Washington area. My grandparents all lived in DC. So
okay.
I had jobs in DC and I work in DC the last 20-some years. So, but yeah.
Okay, how was it growing up there?
Well, in the 80s in DC, I mean, you know the stories, the crack epidemic hit and a lot of violence. And I was in my teens, so I was around it.
Yes.
Dodged a lot of stuff in those years, but
I went to school at Dunbar High School. So that area alone was not the safest.
Oh, okay.
So I believe I can remember going to high school in that area, and almost like every week we were on the news for a shooting.
I live in St. Louis. That's how it is right now. Every day. Describe yourself for me in 5 words.
You want to go first?
You go first.
Oh, let's see. Loyal, hardworking, fashionable, hustler, entrepreneur. Is that 5? How many is that?
I think so.
Let's try. Beautiful. She's beautiful.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Thank you.
So if I had to say mine, it's hard working. Can I get one word out of that?
I say hard working.
Well, I don't want to say.
Just say something different.
Hustle, grind, loyal, stubborn.
Absolutely. Ding, 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 ding.
Self-motivated.
Okay, that's a good batch of words. Good. So what would you say would be your greatest strength and weakness?
My greatest strength, I think, is my work ethic. You know, I got it from my dad, and I've probably been working since I was 14, probably less than that. But just my greatest strength is I'm a hardworking guy, provider, go-getter. I'm never gonna make excuses of, you know, why we can't do something. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get it done. And that's how I push her, push the kids, people in my circle. Like people complaining, we can't do it. I don't want to hear it. We gotta figure it out. We could talk about it all day. We're gonna figure this out. Yeah. So my strength is I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, guy. Whether it's working or not, we're gonna see, but we're gonna try. You know, if you're messing with me.
That's
and my weakness, I would say my stubbornness. Because sometimes I block my blessings for being stubborn when I should just let you go. I still hold on for weeks and months, and I'm trying to do better. She know how I am. I'll shut down on your ass, and you die, you die. I'm a Taurus. My birthday next month, so that's what Taurus.
Okay. My best friend is a Taurus. I get you now.
You know what I'm going through, right?
Yes.
I'm getting better though.
You are his old age.
And
I would say the same thing for me as far as the work ethic, leadership. I came from the federal government. I retired early. I did 17 years in the government, and then left and started doing entrepreneurship, network marketing. And I did very well in network marketing. I made millions. I was a multi-millionaire, leadership of over 4,000, 5,000 distributors and underneath me. And that kind of taught me a lot. From that point of network marketing, I started opening up other businesses. I had a fitness center. I opened up my own online boutique. I started doing credit repair, my own credit repair business, real estate. The list goes on and on and on, hustling.
Yeah.
So the leadership and the work ethic, I believe that's my strongest. A lot of people depend on me. They come to me for advice.
I get it.
And I didn't really have anybody to go to for advice. I pretty much went online and researched a lot of stuff. I opened up my online boutique in like 5 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't really have a lot of people I could call and say, how can you do this? What do I need to do this? It was me just like researching and reading and things like that. But so a lot of people call me for advice, and I'm always open to give people advice. I didn't get it, but I'm just different. I want to see people succeed. I was successful in it. I want to, help other people do as well. And I think my weakness is, you probably gonna say, my weakness is probably being a pushover with the kids, being too sweet and too nice. And when they do things and they need a slap or a smack on their butt, I just be like, oh, it's gonna be okay. So,
but when she get mad though, then she turn to the devil.
Oh.
So she go from 0 to 1,000.
I let the kids get away with anything. They grown. So when I say kids, I'm talking about these adult kids that's in this house. We got Jason is the youngest. He's 21. He'll be 22 this year. Then we got Brittany. She's 30. She'll be 31. Little Jamie is the middle. He'll be 26. So these are adult kids.
Yeah.
But they still needy. They still pulling on us for everything.
It
never ends. It never goes away.
It doesn't.
They never go away.
I have a 22-year-old son, and he still acts like a teenager. I'll be like, oh my God, can you act like an adult for once?
Yes.
Like he is spoiled rotten. So I understand it very much. So Erana, I saw that you were an actress. How long have you been doing that?
Yes. So I think that came about with us doing TikToks. So I don't know if you've seen some of our TikToks.
Yeah, I have.
Started TikTok. When was it? Last year?
Yeah.
Like
during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, we started doing TikToks. And of course, you got to be creative and you got to act things out. You got to do voiceovers and stuff like that. But before TikTok, I will say that we were in a lot of short films.
Okay.
So we started with the short films, like 30-minute movies. Some of them were not a lot of talking. And then we started doing scenes with talking.
Okay.
And the TikTok came along, and then one of the young ladies that actually featured me in her film called Double Cross, which was shown, when did it come out? In July? No, when did it come out? No, I filmed it in July of last year in LA. Okay. And then it came out last month. Yeah. So it was like a 6-series drama series.
Okay.
But when she reached out to me, she's from here. She's from DC. And we were in her short films years ago. And then she reached out and she actually called my husband and said, I want to get your wife into one of my films. And he was like, okay, reach out to her. She'll do it. Just reach out and let her know when you want her to, be in the film. And when she reached out to me, it was being filmed in LA. And I was like, oh, wow, LA. But when she called me, I thought I was just going to be sitting in the corner being pretty. I didn't know I was going to have like a serious speaking role. Because I never went to acting,
Yeah.
So I just was like, oh. this is major. This is Double Cross season 3, because I've already seen 1 and 2. And I was like, oh, this is major. This is on all black TV.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, well, maybe she just want me to be an extra or something. And then she called, she was like, I need your manager's number. And I'm like, I don't have a manager. So I put him down. I was like, this is my manager right here. And then she said, I'm going to do a round table with all the actors on a Zoom, and I'm going to send you your script. And I was like, script? So I was like, I can't even remember my TikTok lines, let alone try to remember these lines that they're trying to get me to do this movie. But, you know, I did it. We went to LA. My husband went with me. It was in July of last year. We stayed for like 5 days. And I was in at least, what, four to five, maybe 5 episodes. I was in 5 episodes.
Wow, congratulations.
And thank you. And it was great because they had the most experienced actresses and actors there on set. You know, they've been in plenty of movies. Of course, it's LA.
Yeah.
And I was very nervous because I was like, this is my first time. I've never done this before. But they really coached me along the entire time. The producers were great. Their entire team was just so helpful. I mean, they coached me. They was like, you know, I need you to get more emotion. You know, I came in there reading straight from the script, and they was like, we don't do that here. We need you to give it your, you know, put your stuff in it and add what you need to add to make it your own. So I was like, okay. And I was like, well, can I curse? They was like, sure, do what you gotta do. So they made me feel really comfortable, and it was just definitely out of my comfort zone. But
yeah,
I was like, I gotta do it. I'm here. I did it, and it turned out really good.
That is awesome.
Even before that, we were in kind of a low budget film called Boss 2. That a friend of mine shot and direct. That's on Amazon, Prime, right?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Boss 2. So we were like lead characters in that one. And that was just us kind of somebody asking us to play these characters. We was like, sure. And we just had to wing it. But you know, he said we did good. So this was years ago. So we kind of been in this space for a few years now. And
people just reaching out to us. So it's not like I'm calling an audition or anything like that. Like I did not audition for this Double Cross role. You know, they reached out to me. It was like, I want you to be Bunny, and I want you to be this beautiful, voluptuous
side chick
woman. You know, and look, let me tell you something else. When I was reading the script, I was seeing things. I was like, oh my God, I gotta kiss this guy. My husband is gonna freak out. So I didn't tell him until we got to LA on set when it was about to happen. I was like,
yeah, because he couldn't act out on set. Y'all will have to check out my film. I actually just produced my first film. It came out in December. It's called Paper Heart, and you can watch it on TV. And it stars Don from Black Ink Crew Chicago. He's my leading guy. Yeah, so check it out. And Jamie, thank you. I saw that you run J&J Entertainment. What does that entail?
So J&J is my entertainment business. We started that in 2009. So we celebrated 13 years actually in May.
Okay.
So from the J&J world, we started off just kind of doing local happy hours in DC, like happy hour, like Nix's after work. And from that, you know, it just spiraled out of control where we were doing 2, 3, 4 events a week. Then we started doing all the big clubs in DC. I mean, you name it, we've been in them. Then we brought the day party movement to DC in 2010. When we started, but our spin on it was we would bring celebrities. So I've done events with Taraji, Idris, Kevin Hart, Mari Hardwick, Nas, Chris Brown, Drake, Evelyn Lozada, Eva Pickford, you name it.
Boris Kojo,
Claudia Jordan. And then we started doing actual concerts about 7 years ago. And we ran those for years. I've done Will Downing, LAMDC,
Shantae Moore,
more all the, you know, neo R&B, grown folk. Yeah, I'm not really into. I did Shy Glizzy. We did an event with him, but my lane is more the R&B, neo,
grown and sexy.
Yeah.
So I've done my birthday in Vegas every time Floyd fought, we did my birthday in Vegas. So we'd take the whole city to Vegas, throw 2 or 3 parties in Vegas.
Wow.
So we've been around pretty popular, done this in Miami, Charlotte, New York, Vegas, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Dallas. We used to do the Redskin Cowboys rivalry game. We take the whole city out there.
Wow.
Pretty much everywhere.
That's cool.
And we're still going.
That's good. So tell me, how did you two first meet?
So we met and we used to work together in the early 90s when we worked for the government. So I guess it's 92, 93-ish. We actually met, but we didn't connect until probably late 93.
Okay.
And that was, she had her daughter's father she was still dealing with. I still had doing my thing. But we, messing around a bit. And at some point, 93-ish, 4-ish, we kind of got serious and started really dating them.
Got married in 90.
Yeah.
Got married in 96.
Oh, okay. Y'all been together.
In a blizzard.
Yeah.
In a blizzard.
In a blizzard.
Yeah, so we didn't have the normal wedding, the big wedding with the bridesmaids, bridal party. It was a blizzard, and we both were working for the federal government at the time, and it was a shutdown because it was a blizzard.
Wow.
And what else was going on? It was so much going on.
Furlough.
It was a furlough.
It was when Bill Clinton was the president. They furloughed the government.
Okay.
And we were together, and we woke up one morning and spontaneously just was like, let's go to the Justice of the Peace.
Well, the real reason she was pregnant.
Okay, so I was pregnant.
She was pregnant.
My middle son.
I wasn't doing the baby father situation.
Right.
So we gotta do what we gotta do.
But we just woke up and he was just like, let's go to get married. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, let's get married today. So mind you, it's like snow, like 8 feet, 10 feet of snow outside. And we had to call my mom, we had to call his dad, his mom, like call our parents and like, we're going to the court building to get married. And they all went with us. And we ended up going to the court building and got married. And we had a reception in the spring. So we wanted to be nicer weather and more people come out to, celebrate us. So we actually had our reception in the spring.
Oh, so that's so cool. That's a good story to tell.
I was 23.
Yeah,
I think I was 23. She was 22.
Yes.
And they were like, y'all won't last a year. Y'all won't last 10 years. Like
and we just
all the old heads at the building were like, what are y'all doing? Y'all tripping.
Yes.
Well, they were wrong.
We just celebrated 26 in January.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so cool. So how did you know each other was the one?
I didn't know he was the one at the time.
Okay. Be honest.
I found that he was attractive. A lot of the girls in the building that work with us, they liked him. The older women loved him. My mother loved him, but it just took us going out to lunch and, dating each other a little more for me to really realize, I'm like, okay, this is the one. Yeah. And at the time, like you said, I was dating my daughter's father. We were living together.
Right.
So once I went to work, I was all over him and we were talking. And then here we go.
I think for me was, of course I had women all those years, but when we broke up one time, when you can't eat, your stomach ain't right, you just don't bother me. I said, this might be the one.
This the one.
So my whole family's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, we broke up. And then I think, because she had went back to the dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot. It might have lasted a week or two or so, maybe a month, I don't know.
And I only went back because my grandmother and my mom was like, you need to be with your daughter's father. That's just how they were trying to raise me.
Mm-hmm.
Give me those type of advice, like you need to be with your daughter's father, no matter what. She needs her dad. So that's why I kept trying to work on that relationship, but it just wasn't there once I met him. It was like, okay, I really don't want to be with you, even though my family is saying I need to be with you, but I want to be with him. So That was my reason for going back the first time. And I was like, I can't do this. And then went back to him, and we've just been together since then.
Okay. So what piece of advice would you give your newly married self back then?
You want to go first?
You go ahead.
Oh, now I got
Yes.
the way.
Would you had gotten married so young, or you would have waited?
I probably would have waited a little longer.
Yeah, because we were so young. Like we were living. I know I was living paycheck to paycheck. I really didn't have my finances in order. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I would say is like, I want to have my finances in order. I want to be a little more older, a little more wiser. We married so young, and we had a lot of, difficulties in our young years because we were so young. We were still growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was growing, and I was growing, and he was just starting, his job. It was a lot on us, and then we started having kids.
Yeah. And I think I didn't really get to live like this, the single life, have my own place, and
neither did I.
Travel and run around. I went from my dad's house to her.
Right.
And then it was all my buddies ripping and running up and down Miami and here and there.
So we didn't really get to experience that.
So now we're 40-some years old, kids grown. Now we
want to rip and run.
People like, I ain't never home. I always gone. I'm like, our kids are grown.
But listen to this. I had my daughter at 15.
Mm-hmm.
I was very young. So imagine having a daughter in high school, and then with a baby daddy, and then jumping out of that relationship and going straight to him. Yeah. So I never was single. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I never was able to travel with my girlfriends young or do anything like that, really. So we didn't really experience the true 20s and stuff, like doing stuff with our friends and single friends and stuff. We were always in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was the same for me. I got pregnant with my son when I was 17, had him when I was 18. So my early 20s, all my friends going to the club and stuff. I'm sitting at home with my baby. So I totally get it.
And then got married young, and then had more babies, and was sitting at home with more babies,
Mm-hmm. So what would you say would be the most challenging time during your relationship?
I know what you're going to say, so go ahead and say it. Jason. You going to say Jason?
I mean, it's been a few, man. Don't get it twisted. We talking about 30 years.
Yeah.
But the ultimate was when we had the youngest, Jason, and we discovered 2 months after he was born, he wasn't going to be able to see.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so we didn't know, we thinking what's going on with his eyes. And then when we found that out, this was in 2000, so 22 years now. And, my little world was crushed. Because
I understand.
I got 2 boys. I'm thinking NBA, NFL, baseball, or something. That's all I know. Because I grew up playing sports. And to hear that and no explanation why, like, what you mean? And I just couldn't register it. So it was and then you got to raise a kid that can't see.
With a disability.
Mm-hmm.
Walk, eat, shit, put on their clothes, eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I said people, they don't learn our story when the show come on, but people in our circle know all that. Like, she had to learn Braille. She knows Braille. She had to learn it to do it, help him with his homework.
Yeah. And
all those meetings, going back and forth to those meetings with the staff, and they coming in your house, they got to work with them, show them how to do that. It was a lot.
Yeah, it puts a strain on your marriage because of frustration, because you want him to be a certain type of way, and you got a kid that you have to do a lot for, you know? So some things that we couldn't do because we had a son with a disability, we couldn't really do as much that we wanted to do.
Right.
When I was working a government job, I had to take leave at least 3 times a week because he had to be at a special program when he was 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things that people don't know that we had to do. And I'm sure people are going to relate who have kids with disabilities. They're going to understand where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Going to sleep at my desk because Jason can't see it. He can't see, so he's up all night when everybody else is sleeping. Yeah. And then during the day he sleeps. So I'm at my desk half asleep. Yeah. It was a struggle.
Yeah.
throughout our marriage, just, trying to raise him. But he's brilliant. Like, he's so smart. You guys will really see everything that he does on a day-to-day basis when that show airs. And you're going to be amazed of what you see.
Yeah. So we had our kids the same year. Okay. Because I had Kyrese when he was end of 99. So they're like a few months apart.
We had him in 2000, June 11, 2000.
Okay, yeah, he's December. But I went through, it's crazy. I went through the same thing with my son. He was born with club feet. His feet were literally like this, where his toes were touching like this. So he had to have surgery at 2 months and have braces on his legs and all these. Yes, rehab. And still to this day, he has problems with his leg, where his legs hurt him. They didn't even think that he would walk, but thank God he started walking at 9 months. But it has been a journey. So I totally 100% understand where you all are coming from with that. And my grandmother, my great grandmother actually was blind as well. So I grew up with her, and she was just so resilient. And so I totally 100%.
You had so many expectations for your kids as a baby. Like, I want him to play football. I want him to do this. I want him to follow my footsteps. And then when you hear the news, you're like, wow, my world is like crushed right now, because he's not going to be able to do these things that I had dreams of him to do.
Yeah. Well, how would you say that has strengthened your relationship?
I would say that it's strengthened a lot because, me and him together, we got to do this journey together. Jason needs his mom and his dad, and we do a lot with Jason. He does a lot for Jason too. Like, he's take him to the football games, basketball games. Yeah. But we spend a lot of time with Jason.
Jason is more popular than us.
Yeah, he is.
And I ain't even just gonna say DC. His good friend is Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby. He done met
John Wall,
Tank, all the whoever I'm in my world, and he with me, he done met him. Got pictures with everybody.
Yeah, and I did a Meet the Cast Love and Marriage DC video, and I said in my video, I was like, oh, he handsome. I was like, he looked like Al B. Sure. I was like, I don't know if that's your son.
I know, right? Al B. Sure. And look, that's funny you said that, because a week before we saw your video, our photographer who does our photos, she said she calls him the same thing. She's like, come here, Al B. Sure. Come here, Al B. Sure.
Yeah, he was just like that man. He's very handsome. So
he's been popular in school, because one thing that I always feared is people picking on your kids when you're in school. And kids with disability, a lot of kids, they not sensitive to that.
No.
So I always used to be like, please don't bother my child. Like, I don't want him coming home upset. But he was always very popular. People loved him in school throughout his entire school time, from middle school, elementary, high school. He's been well loved. People really, really love him. He's very, like I say, I know he was popular, but he smiles all the time. He's funny. He has both of our personalities.
His sense of humor is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know where you get it from. I guess it's me.
Yeah, he got both of our personalities.
But he's done a lot in 22 years that most adults would dream of.
Right.
Like, people who love Floyd Mayweather would dream of sitting in his house and chit chat with him.
Yeah.
He's done that.
Yeah.
He calls him on FaceTime when he's sick. Like stuff like I got all that's on video. Like, that's his guy.
That's awesome. How would you say that you two deal with conflict?
Well, the newer stop answering.
I was going to say,
I just kind of ignore her now, and I let her.
Because we used to
fast forward, rewind 10 years ago, we would be like this.
Yes.
And I was so stubborn, I was with it. Let's go till you get tired.
Right. It's like going back and forth. Like, good Lord, it's to wear ourselves out.
So now she'll pop off. And I just got
us. He just let me.
I just got us.
I'm like, that ain't no fun. Because he just be like, okay.
Because I don't have a middle.
Right.
I have 0, I have 100. And I try to stay out of the 100. Because then I'm going to say something I don't have no business saying.
And I just keep going. Because I'm like, I'm trying to get a reaction from him. He ain't saying nothing. I'm like, you going to say something? You hear me?
I was just saying, but just after 30 years together, it's like we're not going nowhere,
Right.
so we'll figure it out. And
Yeah.
time comes.
I get it. So do you think what it means to be a good wife or husband has changed over the time you've been together?
Do you think my life has changed? Let's see. Being a good wife, has it changed any? Am I doing what I did before? Have I slacked in anything? I'm still a good wife. I do a lot.
I mean, she's a great wife. I just think back in those days, we were kids, like we were teenagers. And what was important in the 90s, this is a new world we live in, you know what I'm saying? Now you got social media where people can just hit on your wife right through a damn app. Like, so our world is just not the same. And for us to still be together after all the social media bullshit is just like a miracle, because a lot of people around us are not together that we know from back in those days.
Wow.
So she's I think she's a great wife, you know.
Yeah,
she deals with
the kids just like I did when they were younger. You know, something, if I gotta run to the store and get them something to wear or whatever, if they need money, if I have to take them somewhere, I'm still doing the same things I did with the kids back then. With the husband, I'm still washing his funky clothes, you know, still cleaning up after him. Like, it's still the same thing I've done for many, many, many years, right?
Yeah, I just said you was right.
So what would you think has been the best part of your marriage so far?
Best part? I just think the place we got in around 12, 13. Those years probably changed everything, because before that, she was, like she said earlier, she wasn't the wisest with her money and made great money, but couldn't account for $10. And I was always hustling and bustling and overtime and this and that, part-time. And I would just be like, how you don't have no money? I don't understand. So I think we were just in a dark place a lot of those years because of finances. I mean, we had houses, we had investment properties, we had other businesses, but you know, I was kind of dealing with all that. She was just in the mall shopping.
Yeah, I didn't really have anybody to look up to, like a mentor or anything, and say, get another stream of income. You need to do this. I was like, okay, 9 to 5, come home, take care of my husband and my kids. You know, that's what I was doing, and that's all I knew. And then someone introduced me to network marketing, and that opened the door for entrepreneurship.
I did.
And then I went, well, he did. And I did so well with that. I was like, oh, wow, you know, I can be my own boss. You know, I can do things on my own. I don't have to, you know, depend on a supervisor or anything like that. I can have other streams of income and do other things besides a 9 to 5. And that opened doors, so like I said, to other things. And I've been hustling ever since then. But back then, I just didn't have anybody. You know, my circle, we were all 9 to 5 workers. I didn't know anyone that was an entrepreneur that was doing big things for their own boss.
So, how do you all keep the romance alive in your marriage after all these years?
Everybody want to know that.
Right. You gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show.
That's definitely talking.
That's definitely on the show. So we don't want to. We're gonna spoil it. So watch the show. And y'all can see about our romance and our sex life and all that kind of stuff.
So what song or movie title would you say describes your marriage best?
I did say, oh no, so that I have a memory of a song. It may not describe our relationship, but it reminds me of when we first met. Sade. No Ordinary Love. This is
Sade. Okay.
Ordinary Love.
That was that era when
we got together and we were doing our thing. And so every time that song comes on, it reminds me of him and I way back then.
She caught me off guard with this one. The last time I did a song, we were talking about something about our relationship, and it was Secret Lovers, that old song.
Oh, yeah.
But I described us like, man, See, we Jay-Z and Beyonce fans, so
Okay.
I love that song On the Run Too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe my father than a lot of you.
Yeah.
100 hit all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's our song. Even when we do
Karaoke.
that's the one we do.
Everywhere we go, out of the country, karaoke. If that song, we gotta do that song.
I love Jay-Z.
Yeah. I get
so anybody know me, play Jay-Z when I walk in the door. I want to hit it on my birthday.
Can you tell me a little bit about each of your children's personalities, and will they all be featured on the show?
So they're all going to be featured on the show, which is great. So let's start with the oldest, which is Brittany. So like I said, she's 30. She'll be 31 this year. They're all born in June too.
Oh, wow.
So we were doing it in September. September is my birthday month. So three of the kids are born, like Jason is the 11th, Brittany's the 29th, and little Jamie is the 30th of June.
Wow. Woo, Lord.
So, it's like my pockets be empty in June.
Yeah.
So Brittany is like, she like me. She about her business. Mm-hmm. She's loyal. She's dependable. She's smart. Gets up, go to work every day, but she gonna turn up.
She gonna turn up.
She gonna turn up. She gonna call me. Where you at? We had the
Sunday fun day.
We had the hookah spot. Pull up. Like this, how we talk.
Okay.
And
that's Brittany.
And then the middle one, little Jamie. I know y'all met. How y'all met?
Yeah.
He is like her father. We say he's
very protective.
He's
don't play about you.
And see, they think it's me. He being like me, because I used to be like that. I'd get right at you talking about us. He just like that in general. He don't play like he's swinging before even one of us. That's how he goes.
Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah. And I was like, I like her. That wasn't even that serious. He was like, I know I wasn't being just, but I said, chill, Joe. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding. But
I said, she's not the one. I said, she's not the one. Just leave it alone. But he's definitely been our most challenging kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That middle child.
He wanted to be a thug. He getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And you're going to see this story play out.
Okay. Okay.
So you're going to see exactly who he was.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the reason I got these gray hairs right here.
Yeah. They're going to be featured a lot on the show. They're actually doing interviews and everything. So it's going to be great. You're going to really see the dynamic and to see the kids and all the things that they do, that they're into, that we're into, us together as a family. My mom is going to be featured on the show because she lives with us.
Okay.
So she's going to be on the show as well. Jason, his personality, like I said, he's funny.
Gemini.
You know, he's a Gemini, so you don't know what mood or what you're going to get. So when y'all see him on the show, oh my God. We don't even know what he's going to say half the time. So it's like, oh, I know he didn't just say this. And we're filming. So we like, we don't know what they going to show. So I'm just like, he'll say anything. And we just like, I know you ain't just say this.
Jason is like that. You could take Jason to every single Wizards game, Redskins game,
Puerto Rico,
fight, vacation, Miami. And he's still gonna say,
I had a horrible summer.
Y'all ain't
my life is terrible.
Sound like my child.
Jackson has been to Vegas maybe 5-6 years ago. He only 21. Mm-hmm. He was in Vegas with me at like 15, 16. Hanging with Floyd Mayweather. We all eating together at his house, hanging in the gym. He hitting the bag. And you complain about, me and her went out to eat and ain't take you. Like, where do you come from?
He want to go all the time. So Jason just graduated from school. He went to Maryland School for the Blind.
Okay.
And he was there since he was like probably 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like college. He would stay there during the week and come home on the weekend.
Okay.
So he just graduated last June. So last June. And he's been waiting on a new program to accept him so he can start up something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all on the show too. So he's pretty much right now, this is a waiting game. And he's bored. He's used to being gone.
Yeah.
He wants to go every single day. And we got other stuff going on. So it's like when the weekends come, as tired as we are, we still got to take him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all this stuff that we're we talk about is going to be on the show, you know, just getting his sister and brother to spend time with him.
Yeah.
Because he's 21, like he can hang with y'all. He can do Sunday fun day and brunch and stuff.
Exactly.
You'll see all that on the show.
Yeah, it's crazy how much we got in common because my mother and my brother are both Geminis. My mother actually, when I was growing up, used to work for Missouri School for the Blind, so she knows, all of it. Yeah. So yeah, we got a lot in common. So, had you all watched Love and Marriage Huntsville before starting the show?
Yes, I did, but I don't think you did.
I ain't watched none of that stuff.
I did.
I'm on ESPN. She on reality TV.
I'm watching Bravo. I'm watching Regular Love. I'm watching everything.
Yeah. While she watching, I'm sitting there like this.
But guess what? Now that we've been filming and we kind of get the understanding of how things go, we now watch it differently. So I know how that.
Yep. I tell you, I don't know if you know this, but Bravo interviewed her a few times.
To be a housewife?
Yes, like for like at least 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like many years ago, and just recently last year for season, what they on 7? So for season 6, they interviewed me for season 6 of Potomac.
Wow.
I got all the way up to the executive producer, but he didn't want me to do it.
You would end up punching somebody.
I started watching it and I saw how they was attacking these women, and we know all of them personally. So I was like, so we y'all gonna attack my wife because she gonna swing on y'all. She's not playing with y'all for real for TV. And I know how they was going at me. Just the rumor of us being on, we on lipstick out and they burning me up, burning her up. It's crazy.
It's like as soon as they heard the rumors that I was gonna be on there, we ended up in the blogs and they were just saying all kinds of putting a house on there. Yeah. And then so Monique, that's how we met because she wanted me to be on Potomac when she was on Potomac. And she ended up leaving Potomac. And I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
We found out, the story behind that, and he was like, oh hell no, we definitely not going on there. So things worked out because she left Bravo. I ended up turning it down, didn't get on there, and then here comes Monique gets picked to do that, and she's like, oh, I got some friends for you, and now we're on the same job.
Everything worked out, because you would have ended up punching Ashley or Candace and Chad.
Right. Like, oh no,
I don't know if you saw, I guess it was season 5 when Robin had the party with her
engagement party.
Yeah.
The finale.
Watch it again. We all in the video.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were invited there.
Okay.
The rumor started about, oh, there she is. That's the girl that's going to be on season 6 as the new
okay. I'm gonna go back and watch. Yeah, because I'm a huge Potomac fan.
She got on, I forgot black or something, or white or something.
Okay.
And we knew Robin. We knew we met a few of them in there that night, and we did a podcast with Candace before. Chris, where they live around the corner. So it's just like, it's gonna be hard y'all trying to attack my wife, and y'all really not like y'all kids. Y'all all 30-something years old. We almost 50.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to be playing with y'all. We older than everybody on this show.
Yeah. Exactly. You ain't got time for it. So what made you decide to actually go ahead and do this show?
Well, Monique presented it to us, and she's well respected with us. We're good friends. Okay. So when she brought it to me, of course, I was thinking, not another one. I just went through this thing with Bravo. I don't want to do another interview for another reality show. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? It's Oprah's network. It sounds a little more decent. It's not Bravo. I said, you know what? I said, let me talk to my husband. I talked to him. I was like, well, it's Oprah's network. I think it's going to be a little different. Let's just go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah.
And literally we interviewed, and 2 days later, they were like, we love you. And they accepted. I think it was like 10 couples that Monique gave names to.
Okay.
The College King. And they, selected us. They selected Ashley and Quicksilver. And then Monique has friends of the show as well. That's going to be on the show.
Okay.
And I think for me, because I wanted no parts of that world, I think for me it was Oprah.
Yeah.
And she sold me on the idea that it's not Bravo and that whole for your family and your businesses and this and that. And then I got closer to retirement when that came about. I'm gonna retire in like 6 months from my career.
Okay.
So at the time, all the other people, cause I still had a year, 2 years. So I was like, I don't want to be on TV and I still gotta go ahead. That shit with me and I'm looking crazy in the office. So I just wasn't interested, but I'm gone.
I sold it to him. I was like, we got these businesses. This would be a great platform. You know, I got the boutique, you know, we can do, you know, more things, you know, as the show starts.
Well, my thing was, to be honest with you, because HGTV reached out to us too about the real estate stuff.
Yeah, so people were just coming to us left and right.
It was like, y'all need to be on TV. I don't know how, but somehow.
Wow.
So when we started doing TikTok and we started going viral, I was like, I'm gonna get a YouTube channel. I'm gonna get paid on YouTube, or maybe a network might reach out to us or something. That's what I was thinking. And then OWN came out of nowhere, and it was like, well, shit, we was talking about this anyway.
I would still do the YouTube channel. It's a lot of money in it.
Yeah, we got one, but I don't really. I think you need somebody like to run it. Yeah. I don't have time. I run all the other pages we got going.
Yeah. All you have to do is just hire an editor. If you don't have time to sit down and edit the video, just hire an editor to load everything up for you and get you all set up. And then only thing you all have to do is just film.
Right.
Because what would be good is if, you know, once the show starts, you all start doing the recap and telling what's going on behind the scenes. And, you know, people nosy, so they're going to most definitely tune in. Yes.
Correct.
Yes. So how did your family and friends react to you joining the show?
So we didn't tell, I think we told, of course we told my mom and the kids because they had to get prepared.
Yeah.
We got a call in December, right? No, it was November or something. Yeah, November. And they was like, oh, by the way, we're filming in January. So it was like a very short turnaround time. So we had to prepare my mom and the kids. People be coming into our house. We got to get ready. What we need to do. We didn't tell our friends until like down the line when we were just about to start filming. Because we didn't want to just put too much out there. Because you just, you know how that goes. You know, I feel like to me, if I put things out there to people too soon, something might happen.
Yeah.
You know, so I like to wait. So it was like maybe a week or two before we go. Oh, by the way, we're filming a reality show.
What was the first day of filming like? Were you nervous?
I wasn't really. Again, I'm used to being behind the camera, but I know, you know, it was a totally different thing. And I found out it is definitely different from what I was doing before. I wasn't really nervous.
Okay.
He might have been nervous.
My first scene, my introductory scene, my heart was, and trust me, I'm in the limelight, my career and stuff. I'm used to it, but this is a whole nother animal. When you pull up, and you got 5 cameras, you got producers, you got the street block, and I'm like, oh, this for me. So now I'm thinking, I'm gonna mess up. What am I supposed to say? I think this was in January, so my throat was scratchy. Everything was going through my head.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay the cameras no attention. Now, when they're in the house, it's more intimate. Yeah. You know, so they're like really like right here.
Yeah.
So people probably be a little more nervous because they're right here in your face in your home. But when we were out filming, I wasn't paying the cameras really no attention. The first day I was like,
So her first day, she shot before me. And I was calling her saying, well, what happened? What did I do? I was, because mine was the next day.
Yeah.
It was just me, and then I think me and Quick had a scene. I was just like, we looked at each other like,
okay.
And the producers would always tell us, don't go home and discuss your scene because we want you all to talk about it in the next scene.
Yeah.
And want you to be surprised and be genuine. And, you know, so we used to be just sitting at home like, damn, I want to tell you something, but I can't talk to you, you know?
Let me say this.
I wondered about that.
And let me say this for the record. OWN has the best producers.
Yes, they do.
Carlos King and his crew top notch,
Amazing.
respectful. Ain't all that your ex from 20 years ago gonna slide in and
Yes.
hey,
Right.
what y'all doing? None of that foolishness. Everything is transparent.
Yes. They are great. Like we had the best experience with the production team. Amazing.
I've heard nothing but stellar things about Carlos and his whole production team. So I only got a few more questions for you guys. What would you say you've learned about yourself during this whole process of filming?
It's a lot of things that I learned about myself. But I don't know if I want to tell you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm speaking for the Tyler. It's amazing footage and real life shit going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real life things going on. Marriage, family. You know, it's a lot of things with our kids.
Yeah.
You know, that I see that's totally different when we were filming. Like, dang, I feel bad because I didn't spend more time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm spending more time filming and doing things than we did before filming. You know, so it's a lot of things. And I miss filming. Like Jason, he misses filming. You know, because we're doing so much together.
Yeah.
You know, now we're back to business here, business there. He's back at work and this, that, other, ripping and running. But when we were filming, we were doing stuff as a family.
Yeah.
And I think that's some of the things that I think all the kids, and we do too, we miss. Everybody going back to their own lives right now.
Yeah.
We're not all the way finished filming yet because we still have some interviews coming up. But the scenes, we pretty much finished with the scenes.
Okay. So how do you all think that the viewers are going to perceive you?
Look, I've been telling a lot of people that we've been running into out in the streets. I'm like, don't judge us. What you think they're gonna say?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. In the DMV, love and hate. Yeah. We get it now.
Okay.
It's how they pick you out, right? Like we've been on this trajectory for over a decade of something. We know what it was, like I said, but we never stopped. We never stopped from when I first started throwing parties to sold out arenas or whatever venue I had. So, you know, then TikTok went viral. Her network marketing, she was all over the internet when she hit $1 million in 2 years. So people watching us get amnesia, like how they pick you out. Y'all don't know, you forgot about the shit y'all was watching 9-10 years ago. Remember that? When I'm hanging with everybody you were a fan of and Kevin Hart on my shoulder. Yeah, Kevin Hart. I remember they was in the hole in the wall drum. So DC is gonna be a love and hate. It is what it is.
Okay.
I think people outside of DC gonna be inspired.
Oh, okay. Because I
don't know them, but I'll fuck with them.
Right.
Okay.
DC people, they know us, but it's gonna be the jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Even in DC now, we see strangers and it's love. Yeah. But it's the people that know you that have a hard time accepting that you're not.
Yeah, I interviewed Ashley yesterday, and I asked her the same question, and she was like, "They either gonna love me or hate me." And I was like, "Okay, I can't wait."
It's real life stuff. You know, we've been married the longest, so you know we got a lot of stuff to tell. We got the older kids; they have younger kids.
Yeah.
So we're going through so much. You know, with Jason, a child with a disability. Yeah. Like we got a lot of stuff going on. So people are going to be inspired by us as a family. You know, how things started and how things turned out. You know, that's going to be inspiring as well. Real life stuff that married couples go through. We're going to talk about that on the show. Y'all going to experience it. It's going to be some real conversations.
Okay.
You know? So I think y'all gonna love it.
I got a good feeling y'all gonna be a fan favorite.
And look, then you might inbox me like, right? No, you didn't.
I can tell you this. On TikTok, we had almost 180,000. Them people love us. I mean, you got to don't get it twisted. This Trump was popping up, but that majority of that is a fan club. That's can't wait. Can't wait. They think we go funny, crazy. But then they're gonna see the serious side too, and that hustle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in my events, and they see what I gotta go through to make an event successful.
Right.
So who would you both say you're the most closest to in the cast?
Well, for me, Quick and I go back 15 years or so.
Okay.
I met Ashley back in those days, but I wasn't around her like that.
Right.
I met Monique and Chris recently through the show.
Yeah.
So for me, it'd be Quick and Ashley.
Okay.
So the same thing with me, because of the parties, same industry, Quick and Ash, we knew them.
Yeah.
But I never talked to Ashley.
Yeah.
Like we may take a picture, hey girl, and we,
Mhm.
you know, we never really had a conversation.
Yeah.
Monique, now, you know, like I said, she reached out to me to do Real Housewives of Potomac. So we had conversations back and forth on the phone through DM.
Yeah.
And I met Tasha, you know, through Monique, which is one of the friends on the show.
Okay.
So I would say it's kind of even. Right now, we were really, when the show started, we were getting to know each other a little
Right.
bit. And after filming, we're getting to know each other a little more than when we was filming. So you may see us taking pictures together, hanging out after filming.
Yeah.
You know, so we're still all trying to get to really know each other.
Yeah.
So I would say it's kind of even across the board. I wouldn't
Okay.
say this person is my favorite or we're close or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will add,
Mhm.
I'm a diehard Redskin fan.
Mhm.
So I was a fan of Chris when he was playing. And
Okay.
I met him, you know, I've been around celebrities, so I'm not
Right.
like, but I was a fan of his.
Yeah.
Come here, your friend.
So is there any
Look who popped in. So he's blowing you a kiss.
You're best. So is there any tension between you and any of the other castmates?
We can't tell you. What I can say, I don't want to tell you too much. I don't want to say yes, no. Watch the show, guys. But I do want to say the ladies have been very supportive with me. I just ran a half marathon a week ago.
Wow.
Monique came. It was like super early. Like Monique came. We wasn't filming it.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
sometimes you may say, oh, they just doing stuff because they filming it.
Mm-hmm.
They just doing it for the show.
Yeah.
But no, ladies got up super early in the morning, came to support me at my race, you know, to see me off. Ashley sent me flowers. Monique sent her massage therapist the next day, you know, and we hang out at a lounge. You know, we do stuff off camera.
Yeah, that's good.
Very supportive. And like I said, we're growing to be good friends.
Good.
I don't want to tell you anything about tension because there may be some other people we had tension with on the show, but we don't want to tell you that information.
Do you feel like any of your other castmates like hype up their personality on camera and are different off of camera?
No, they all off camera the same as on camera.
Okay.
You know, and I've seen that. Like,
in
I'm
fact,
like, y'all
we
the same.
still picking at each other after filming.
Yeah,
me
it's the same.
My stuff is with the women.
Mm-hmm.
Like they pick at me and I go right back at them. But you'll see.
Okay.
They're real people. They're real personalities. It's the same person on and off camera that I've experienced.
Now, I know you said your mom is going to be on the show. She's not going to give us no Miss Wanda vibes, is she?
No, she's totally opposite.
Hallelujah. Jesus. Thank you, Christ. Okay. So one last question. So what do you all hope to get out of being on Love and Marriage DC?
So like I said, for our businesses, I want our businesses to grow. You know, I think it's a great platform for our businesses. And we're going to probably do something else too. We're working on with a PR, and soon, sooner or later, we'll have something else come out, another business or merchandise or something or product or something that we can promote that I think will be successful as well. But we have a few ideas.
Okay. I think for me, you know, now that I'm in this world, I don't do nothing halfway. So if I'm in it, I'm saying 20 seasons. Yeah, we definitely we the household favorite across the United. We meet Miss Winfrey. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Just make sure OWN is successful as well as the show and build an empire from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is
I
gonna
want
be
people to see what the Tylers, to see our world and our life, because people assume and they say things that's not true, and they're going to really see what we do, struggles we go, the ups and downs, all that.
And I really, really want the kids to come out of it on top.
Yeah.
Because the one you just saw, you will see, had challenges for many, many years.
Yeah.
And this show has changed his mindset. Like now he's like, even he's with me now on my weekly event. He's working there. Before he would never come around me because I didn't want him around. He didn't look right, appear right. Don't come around.
Yeah.
Now, because this he had to clean up, keep his head down. And I think it's going to, you'll see what his interests are when they come on. But I want somebody in that space to say, call Shorty, I need him. Yeah. And if he can take off and get out my house.
And Jason, don't leave him out.
Yeah. Jason
got goals and
Jason is going to be a star. I'm telling you. Remember this night?
Yeah.
He's going to be the talk of the whole show because he off the chain.
Get ready. It's going to be so many opportunities coming your way from all ends. So like I said, enjoy the quiet time because premiere night is going to be crazy.
Look, and we waiting on the trailer. We like, Carlos, where is the trailer?
Yes, I can't wait for the trailer. Let everyone know how they can reach you on social media and anything you want to promote.
Okay, so for me, I'm on Instagram as The Real Erana Tyler. And then we also have a page together. It's called Jamie and Erana Tyler, right? Okay. On Instagram. And then I have a boutique online. It's called iVision Boutique. And it's also on Instagram as well. And then we have J&E Consultants, which is my credit repair business. J&E Consultants. And then we have J&E Builders, which is the real estate business we have together.
Okay.
Well, she got a Linktree link in her bio. So
all that information is available.
My main page is what is it, Jamie?
Yeah, he keeps switching it up.
It's Jamie _ Tyler.
Okay.
And then I have the J&J page. And then I have the ones we have together. And TikTok is Jamie and Erana Tyler.
Okay.
Twitter is like Jamie Tyler _3 or something like that.
Okay. See, that's why I gotta get better on Twitter. So I've never been a Twitter person.
Oh,
but yeah. Say, oh girl, you gotta get in Twitter. You gotta tweet live. So Monique is giving me all these tips and stuff.
Yeah, because get ready.
I'm like,
So
let's live tweet and get off of it. Don't read the comments because they crazy.
My Twitter is Jamie Tyler _3.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
No more. I used to be, but I'm gonna get back on it.
Yeah.
But for real, anything you want with me, you can just find through her Linktree or just put Jamie Tyler. It's gonna pop up. Okay. And then we're on YouTube as well. I think it's Jamie and Erana Tyler. We put the Tylers and it should come up. And that's got real estate stuff on it.
Okay. Well, thank you both. This was a wonderful interview. You all are a beautiful couple. I can't wait to see you all on the show. Like I said, I got a really good feeling in my spirit that you're going to be a fan favorite. So I'm super excited to see you both. Congratulations on your marriage, on all the businesses. And just thank you once again for this opportunity. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And because I'm new to this world, I took all bloggers as against us.
Oh, no.
You are wonderful. No, I'm not in this world. So I'm you are wonderful. I appreciate you even reaching out.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you see him talking, I need you to clap back. they took my phone. They said you can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm really good friends with Miss Vanessa from Love and Marriage Huntsville. We speak all the time. And I'll be like, Miss Vanessa, don't even worry about it. I got you on tonight's review. So I'll be going in for her. She can't say.
Yeah, Richie Sky is a good friend of ours.
Okay, yeah, he's so sweet. Yeah, we follow each other on YouTube. But now you are gonna have some messy bloggers. Oh yes, but I'm one of those people. I'm fair. I talk shit and all that stuff on my videos, but it's all for shits and giggles. But yeah, this was super wonderful. T Squad, I hope you all enjoyed this interview. Get ready for Love and Marriage DC, which will be airing on the OWN network next month in May. We cannot wait for the trailer to drop. Make sure you all thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye, T Squad. Thank you.
Thank you.